Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to this week's Club Chat. I got James Bell here, who's one of my master fitters with Graves Golf. In fact, James is the master fitter with Graves Golf. And we've got the new Paradym driver in front of us. And this is a big deal. This is the new Callaway Paradym driver. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it at home. I know the reason you've seen it at home is because this on the PGA Tour, the first two events, the two for two. Both events in Hawaii are one with the Paradym driver. Yep. Kim and then John Rahm. I mean, so it's going nuts out there. And we're already selling a whole lot of them. But I want to tell you, we want to talk a little about the Paradym driver today. Yep. We went out to Callaway about a month ago when they first brought it out, and they were showing the pros it, and they were showing us it, and the touring pros are out there getting fit for it. And James and I got lucky enough to go out and talk about it, and we really got the inside deal with the Paradym driver.
We had a great talk with Dave.
Yeah, so the guys who actually designed it was interesting. I asked Dave, I said, Dave, is there 2 or 3 guys that designed this? He goes, Tim, there's 120 people that work on it. That was crazy. Remember that? It was crazy. 120 people work on this. But anyway,
all of them are smarter than us.
Yeah, and all of them are smarter than us. Exactly right. But anyway, so Dave Neville did a great job explaining this with us and really talking to us about this. But I want to talk to you guys at home about this a little bit. First thing about the Paradym driver, it is a 2023 club, okay? Second thing about it is the 3 different versions. There's the standard Paradym version, and the one thing you'll see in the standard is it has a slider weight in the back. We'll talk about that here in a second. Then you have the X version, and then you have the triple diamond version. Now, and this will be the first question you guys get if you're interested in this club, is you'll say, which one should we use? For 95% of our students or higher, it's going to be the standard version that has a slider weight in the back. The reason is because the X version is a draw bias. We do not believe in draw bias. So we can take this one and kind of throw this one to the side anyway, right? And then we have a triple diamond. And the triple diamond is more for the faster swing speeds. You want to get that ball flight down. We're talking triple diamond for most people. You're going to need to be hitting that 600, at least 180, 190 yards, if not more.
Slightly smaller head,
yeah, not as forgiving. Right, yeah. So I'm going to give James this one right here. So this one right here is the one we're going to fit in at 95% of our students. Yep. But I want to talk to you guys just for a few minutes about the Paradym driver itself, and Callaway's really calling it the Paradym Shift. So that's what they're calling this. It's a Paradym driver. Now the first thing you'll see is it's got a beautiful look to it. It's got a blue marble kind of look to it. In fact, they say there's no 2 that are exactly the same. No. So they say that it's like having marble at home on your kitchen counter. In fact, these 2 are dramatically different. One's kind of a lighter blue and this one's a darker, but they're beautiful color. That's number one. Second thing about this, and I'm gonna have James start going into detail about this, is it's the first one with a forged carbon 360 chassis. You want to talk about that, James, a little bit?
Okay. Callaway figured out, they brought back this forged composite carbon they have on the bottom, but they made this whole chassis 360 degrees around. So there's one type of carbon fiber here, there's one type of carbon here, and they've made this into a one-piece body. Right. And then they bring in the face. There's a face cup here, and there's the weight cup here at the back with the sliding weight. So what that's given them is all of the discretionary weight they took out of a heavy sole now allows them to modify the face a little bit and put a lot of the weight to the rear of the club. And with this sliding weight on the regular Paradym, it gives you a slight bit of adjustability if you are one that tends to fade the ball a little bit, draw the ball a little bit. It gives us some adjustability to play
Let's be honest, so what they've done in layman's terms is pretty simple. They put the weight in the front and the back. The weight in the back kicks the ball up. It gives you better flight to get up. Yep. The weight in the front puts the mass on the ball. Because if you have the weight throughout the entire club, the mass isn't meeting that ball, it's through the entire club. No. So you got all the weight in the front, you got in the back. The adjustability, we will set it in neutral for you to start, we always do, but we do know there's guys out there that are maybe slicing the ball, and they'll adjust it for a little bit of a draw, then as their swing gets better and they're working at it, they'll start working it back. So you can put that adjustability there, fix what you have right now if you wanted to go play tomorrow, but continue to work on your swing and you can bring it back to neutral. Because ultimately we want that weight set in neutral. Absolutely. Now, the next thing that they have in here is the jailbreak technology.
They've changed the face. So if you remember, the old jailbreak had those 2 titanium bars going up the middle.
Just 2 bars right in the middle.
Yeah, and then eventually they started to spread them out and they're figuring, okay, that'll bring more rigidity across the crown. But what they've done now is it's a Y-shaped. So it's smaller on the bottom, all the way up through, and spreads towards the top. So what that gives them is a little bit more weight to play with for the back, for the forgiveness, and it keeps the rigidity in the face.
And what it does is, with that little Y shape, the middle to hot part of the driver where you're hitting the ball is the hot spot. Yep. And that's what you want, because if not, the low part of the driver was as hot as the top, well, guess what? You lost some of the feel in the top.
True.
So now that Y makes that middle top part of that driver the hot spot. And we talk about that in our fundamentals a lot.
Yep.
The next thing on there is, you want to talk about the face a little bit?
So you keep stealing my thunder.
No, I'm leading you right into the thunder here. Okay.
So the new face technology, again, they're still using AI, But now with where they are and what they've learned through the past few years with AI, they're now using it to tune more across the face to bring the dispersion back in.
So let's talk about that. So dispersion, this is the big thing on this club.
Absolutely.
Because what it is people are going to say, is it longer, is it longer, is it longer? Okay. It is rated longer as last year's clubs, and guys, they always will be. And the reason is because you guys can take a TrackMan at home, and a lot of people buy TrackMan and put it in their house.
SkyTrack in their house, yeah.
And you can test last year's driver versus this year's driver. So this year's driver's got to win. But what it does is it shows that it's harder across the face. So if you start missing towards the toe and the heel, it brings it back a little bit and it still gives it distance. That's why the dispersion is better.
And everything they're doing with driver technology now is about how do I make your misses better or less penal.
Less penal. So it's not shooting to the sides, it's coming back a little bit. So they've used the technology to get better dispersion and longer hits off the toe and the heel, bringing the ball back.
Yeah.
So, because guys, when they test this thing, they don't just test off the center. They test a quarter inch towards the heel, a quarter inch towards the toe, a half inch towards the heel, a half inch towards the toe, and they measure it overall and say, okay, because they know that the average golfer doesn't hit in the sweet spot every time. In fact, they probably hit off the toe and heel more than the sweet spot. Even the pros do, okay? And that's actually why they're showing that's winning on tour, because the guys, John Rahm was hitting his slightly off the heel in that tournament. They showed it. Yeah. And guess what? He's still hitting at 350 and 360. Now, we're not going to hit that far.
In the middle of the fairway.
In the middle of the fairway. So literally shots that would have been peeling off to the right, which John Rahm has a tendency to do that, or hitting down the middle of the fairway going 360. So that's what it is. The dispersion was much better. So basically, you had the adjustability on it. You got the weight in the front. You got the crown, now the forged carbon around the middle.
All the way around.
You got a hot face. You got better dispersion. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. Better dispersion. You've got more weight in the back, and it's lower, so you get a better launch condition. And the other thing they've been able to do with the AI technology is they've brought the spin rates down significantly.
Right.
So you're slightly towards the toe, slightly low on the face. Right. Your spin rates are dropping down. Before, you used to have to be in a tour type head, the triple diamond head, to get those spin numbers. Right. And we all know that spin is your enemy. If it's too much of it, they're the ones that balloon up into the sky and come straight down and go nowhere.
And not enough is going to roll out. So guys, here's what we can do for you guys, and you guys know this. We can fit you for a driver. I literally sell 20, 30, 40 drivers a day. I mean, sometimes more. I mean, we sell a ton of drivers, and we'll fit you for the length, the loft, obviously the head. We'll get you guys for a grip size, and then the shaft and the shaft flexing. And this year we've actually got the Mitsubishi Callaway Blue 50, 60, 70 gram. We've gone down to 40 grams. Is it Kylie?
I think it's Callaway
Blue. That's how they say Kaili.
Khalil or something. Yeah.
They've actually given us permission to use that shaft. It's a very high-end, very great shaft. I've been putting that in a lot of drivers. Now, different weights for different club head speeds and fitting you guys individually, but that's the one they've recommended for our guys, for the drivers. Remember, when you're swinging single plane, we're looking for a mid-kick driver that's got a great feel that will really fit you guys personally. We can set you up for that. So when we fit you for a driver, we're doing the length of the driver, we're doing the grip size of the driver, we're doing the shaft flex of the driver, we're doing the shaft model of the driver. We upgrade that at no charge for you guys. We're doing the specific type of club head, we're doing the loft of the club head. We're working all that out for you guys depending on your fittings. So guys,
it fits you.
We'll work with you individually. So guys, the Paradym is it. I've already got it in my bag. I know Todd's already got and loves it. James has got
Brad's got it in his bag. I've got it in my bag.
James got it in his bag.
Derek, it's in his bag.
We're lucky enough to get him out already. But guys, it's already early in the year. We already got him out, and look at the PGA Tour's already winning with them. So guys, this Paradym driver, and it's a beautiful driver, and it's a beautiful looking driver this year. Let us set you up for a Paradym driver. Let's get you guys fit for this. We'll work out that. If you guys got one from last couple of years you want to trade in, we can get you some really good deals and some trade in for the new driver, and we'll get you set for a Paradym, and you guys will love it. Any other things you want to end with it today, James, or talk to him about it?
You just hit it. How'd it feel?
It feels great. It really does. And guys, it's interesting because I took it out and played in a tournament with it, and I hit it up. I try to hit sweet spot obviously every time, but my hits that I miss are always a little bit towards the heel. I don't toe a ball. If I miss them, it's slightly towards the heel. And obviously I slightly towards the heel when I hit it, and it was coming back perfect. So I'll tell you, walking and talking the truth of putting in a tournament, ones that would knuckle off to maybe into the right rough were coming back into the fairway. So I saw dispersion. It was great immediately. And distance was phenomenal. It was great distance. So.
And you're finicky because you've had a couple drivers in your bag that you have not liked.
I'm as finicky as the next. I'm big time finicky.
And this is the first time I've seen you change drivers in
It's been
4 years.
It's been a while. So guys, I love the driver. It hits really well. And guys, I would let us work with you guys on this. If you got any questions, you can always email me at timg@graysgolf.com. 𝘾𝙐𝘽@graysgolf.com. If you guys haven't fit, get on there and fill out the club fitting form. It'll take you guys 2 minutes to fill it out, and we'll respond back with 6 to 7 pages of fittings for you guys. It doesn't cost you guys anything. Fill out the club fitting form. We'll send you back your fit, and then we can open up a discussion about whatever you want. Anything from a driver to a putter to wedges to whatever you guys want. We'll open up a discussion. But guys, Paradym's a great club. Hope you guys get to try it. Hope you guys, if you guys want, we get you set up for one. And anything else you want to talk to him, James?
No, if you want more information, get a hold of us.
Yeah, 𝘾𝙐𝘽@graysgolf.com. And guys, we'll talk to you guys real soon.